Oh, we didn't say nothing about the Knicks. Congratulations to the Knicks. I'll put this at the beginning. Congratulations to the Knicks. Dawon, are you going to the parade, by the way? Or are you staying your ass home?
Hell no.
I love that you asked that question.
Right,
I love that you asked that question.
That was really cute. Speaking of cuteness.
Right, very cute.
She got her whole ass man in town.
I know that's right.
Like,
Look,
her priorities ain't thinking about no Knicks.
2 days ago, I came out of my Bikram class at 5:30 to rush hour traffic, people walking everywhere. It gave me a panic attack. Like I was like, I was all in 5 minutes. Like, no.
He said, it's like, good for y'all, Knicks, but I'm going home.
Yeah, I'll be cozied up in my blankets.
Hey, I don't blame. I
With
don't
my
blame
man.
you.
So my man.
Right. My baby, my
But
baby.
congratulations. Ooh, sports. Hey, community, here's what's brewing today.
FIFA World Cup men's.
Scary Movie 6.
And congratulations to the New York Knicks. So get your cups ready for Minority Report.
Hey, welcome to Minority Report. And something is like a spider web or something in my face. It's Auntea Kerel.
It's Auntea Dawon.
That's the first time you had something sticking in your face. And it's
It's
Auntea Jerrell. Ski.
Hey. Pew, 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 pew.
Didn't last
Low-key.
30 seconds. Didn't last
did.
30 seconds.
Low-key, I'm really glad about seeing that they're repurposing SeaWorld for these like little
Oh, yes.
these little
The
parties
concerts.
and concerts and like, kind of like events or whatever.
yeah.
It's like, what greater way to take advantage of these spaces that used to be, basically, slave
Killing
parties.
animals.
Right.
Yay! Free Willy! Yay!
I don't think we're going to be sponsored by SeaWorld anytime soon, so we can say whatever
No time
the fuck
soon.
we want about that. But it is kind of cool seeing, Flocka Waka and,
Ashanti and then, like,
Waka waka.
Sierra, just busting it down,
You know what? Sierra is still at least doing stadiums. Leave Sierra out of this.
Is she?
This soon. Yeah.
Okay.
and actually, you know what? That last Sierra album wasn't that bad.
You know
It
what?
was good.
It was actually really
Just
good.
like-
I actually gave it a listen, like literally last week, and I was like, "Oh, there was
It's
actually
a
a couple
solid ass album.
Yeah, it's a solid album.
Yes.
Just very rinse and repeat from before, and I think that's why
Right.
people slept on it. It's nothing new, but she finally got back in her lane and the stuff that we liked
Exactly.
Sierra for from before.
I
Just
agree.
like old dude from Love on the Spectrum. Interesting.
Corey's got me watching that damn show. It's actually not even a damn show. It's a cute ass show.
It's super
But,
cute. Consider all the
Is
shit that's
that
out
the
there
one
from
that's
reality
the
TV.
medieval guy? Is that the one that says interesting?
No, that's the Hispanic guy with the
Oh, yes,
mustache.
yes.
Yeah, everything is interesting.
Yeah. So fucking adorable. Yeah, no, I like the medieval guy. The medieval guy cracks me up.
Yeah, he does that. He always, when he's talking, yeah, I just want to tell you, it always sounds like he's
and it's
constipated.
slightly in the British accent. I'm like, wow, you get a British accent.
That's so cute.
But yeah, it's a very cute show. But anyway, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? Community, y'all good out there too?
Can I just give a little bit of praise to the both of y'all, because I swear these squares keep getting bigger and bigger, and y'all just keep shrinking, and it's beautiful to see.
Ooh.
Putting in the work.
Thank you.
Putting in the work.
Yeah.
Well,
We're trying to get like you, girl, because 2 months
Right.
in Bali got your ass snatched. So you know
They sure
what?
did.
We're gonna receive it because she done left our asses in behind. So
Right.
let me go ahead and like eat a little less, okay?
And I'm not willing to do that. The hot yoga,
Nah.
yoga. I ain't done. So I ain't gonna get that snatched.
No,
Yeah.
no
Whatever,
Bikram
all
for
of
you,
them.
huh? You said I'll
No.
take Dikram, but no Bikram.
Dikram, but no Vikram.
Leviticus.
Dick and all of them. All of them.
That's one way to get aligned.
Hey, right? All of them.
Yeah,
That's
no,
funny.
you guys are putting in that work and it looks really great.
Thank you,
baby.
love. We've been trying, and you out here just been living your life. Just honestly, when I open Instagram, I feel like I'm watching a real live Netflix rom-com. Like
Right?
the girl I was like, Dawon is in love,
Right,
girl.
right.
And I'm just
Exactly.
like double tap.
It's like,
Double tap. You
like
deserve.
the cartoons where the heart goes out the chest like that. It's like, okay, girl.
It's so wild because Rafa's here right now. He said hi before, I hopped on a podcast and everything. But it's just, it's wild because this is not a love. This is a love that I've always wanted, but I never thought was possible. Do you know what I mean? In my mind of minds, and this is, absolutely no shade to, my previous partners and, it's all been a part of the journey. And I believe firmly that, things happen just the way that they need to. But when I think about what I always imagined what a relationship would be like, it's like this.
Oh.
And yeah, it's great. And I appreciate all the support and the love and the encouragement that, the community has shared. And, I'm going through this whole journey and, feeling so, I don't know. It's just I'm just trying to live as much in the moment as I possibly can. So I just appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Because I believe it correctly, y'all on your 1 anniversary sometime around this timeline.
It was May, so we're nearing a year and a half.
That was the year y'all met. But when is y'all anniversary of being a couple?
You kind of
literally
use that
it
date
was the same time. It's the same. Yeah. Our first date, we pretty much were, because we met May 17th. That's our anniversary. And then, I was there for a couple of days, and I came back 2 weeks later, and 2 weeks that for 10 days. And that was kind of like a make or break. Is this going to be, is this going to happen or not? And day one,
finished, or is this not?
No, this is is this for real, or is this in my own imagination? Because Lord, when I came home on that first flight, I took a gummy, and I was just because every time I take a flight, I'm like, just take me out.
Like Tic Tac.
I might be flying, but I need to go higher.
Come on, Beyonce.
I'm coming. Literally, we spent a magical first whole day together. We had a date the first night, stayed together that night. Then, I won't bore you with the details. Clearly, the universe does not want me to share all that either.
Real.
All right.
Literally.
See, everybody can catch that smoke, even me. But then the next day we spent the whole day together in CJ's, and did a whole bunch of lovey-dovey stuff or whatever. And then, the following day I'm flying out in the morning, and I'm on the plane right after I take my gummy, I'm waiting for this thing to hit in. And I'm just am I looking at this through rose-colored glasses? Is this really the feeling that I'm feeling right now? Is this real, or am I making it more? Because how we do. I'm a romanticizer. I romanticize a lot of things, and sometimes I can make it bigger and better, and all those kind of things than what it actually is. And then you hit that major point of disappointment.
Lesbianism in him.
Yeah.
He's a slight lesbian.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Got
Just a little bit. Because I'm at least a 90-day girl, okay? At least 90 days, okay? You need to have enough time for a performance review, okay? So.
You know what, though? I would say, anytime before 45, I would be that's I don't do that. But when you're pushing 50, you have less Sundays in front of you than you have behind you. You don't we don't have time to be playing games. What is we doing?
Yeah.
So
No, you're right on that.
You either lean in and you just go for it. You know what you want. You've had the life experience. You've had, really great relationships. You've learned a lot about yourself. You've done the work or whatever. And, when the universe brings you somebody in your life that you just vibe with on a level that you haven't done before, it's a little bit like a gift. And, Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So thank you. I
It's
appreciate.
interesting that you brought this up because I just looked at the date. I was like, because it's similar to Corey. Like we kind of count our when we met date as our, I guess, official anniversary, and then we have the wedding anniversary and stuff like that. And it's literally, I guess, the week that this comes up here, it'll be 14 fucking years.
That's crazy.
Wow.
14 years.
I'm like, when did that happen? How?
Does it feel like a blur? Does it feel like a blur?
Yeah, for the most part, which is good. Because that means I guess we're still enjoying each other. And plus, we've just moved. You know, maybe shut up. I was about to say something.
I was trying to give you a little alley oop. Spill a little tea.
Right.
Devon over here like, fishy.
But plus, like we just moved so many times in that time. Like I would say, just the last 14 years has been a blur, just because it's like it started in Chicago and to be in like 4 cities, like like it's weird to think back. Like some of it feels so long ago, and some of it feels just like yesterday. So I hadn't thought about it because like I just focused more on the wedding anniversary at this point. But so I'm like, oh, hold on, we in June. Oh yeah, shit, that's coming up here. So
it's wild that you say that because it, in a weird way, I could blink and I'm right back at your wedding, and it feels like it was like 3 years ago,
7 years ago.
Wow.
So when I say I'm just an old married ass broad, I mean it because these years, baby.
And look, and speak 'em. And speaking of welcoming him to the club, Boo, Jerrell,
that was actually really fun to officially celebrate being married.
It looked like it.
Like, granted, like it's been 8 months now, but like to actually have a celebration specifically for it.
Yeah,
that kind of just was just like, oh shit, like this is
I was married for real.
Yeah, but at the same time, the thing that I also really enjoyed was just like watching people show up, especially here in Seattle, who's been part of the journey literally since the beginning as well too. And like everyone that showed up had some part of like just pouring into us either individually or as a couple that really just kind of helped, us be where we are today. And so that was actually really fun to start the wedding tour off there. And it's going to be interesting in fucking Spain in 2 weeks because I got gay games and I got people from Minneapolis going and Denver and Seattle and New York and Dallas, and they all are RSVP for the celebration in Valencia. So we're about to turn up in Valencia as well too.
Love it.
I got folks who will be there from Barcelona that live in Europe, even some high school friends who live in Europe. They're going to fly into Barcelona for the celebration of Barcelona as well too.
Fantastic.
Nice.
And then people flying in for Toronto in August. Like it's just crazy. Like people saw the photos from this week and people are like,
oh, I got to be a part.
I got to be there.
Literally. And it was just absolutely. And also, I got to give a shout out to my boo, Ricky, who DJ'd for us. Ricky did his big one as a DJ. Okay.
Yeah.
When I tell you, everybody was out there getting it. The music good is when other people are like, hey, okay. Like, what y'all doing? We're gonna be a part, what's going on? Who got married? Like, I ain't got no white on, but I want to compare. Like, it became literally a beach party for like everybody. And
that's dope.
It was,
and it looked like the weather was nice too, and all that. So
a good 82 degrees with a nice breeze on the water. Even the police the police parked behind us, and they were up like sitting there jamming out too, listening, kicking it. They weren't shutting us down. They was enjoying it just as much as we were enjoying it.
They said it's summertime. They said enjoy yourselves.
It was a good time. But I wanted to say though, it's interesting that you all look at you all use your first date as your anniversary. I've never ever used a first date as an anniversary. I've always used whenever we've become officially exclusive.
We don't know when we ever became officially exclusive. That's why we use it. Because we never, I don't think we ever just said the words and we probably just did like, right, exactly. We didn't, at least I don't recall a time where we said, okay, we're official now, right? Like it just like, bitch, we hanging out every day. Like it's been, a year at this point. You know, like it just
You and me
just
us
started.
never part.
We just started
Look,
calling each other boyfriends. So I don't know.
I can see you and Corey being like, "So you good? Well, I'm good. You good?
Pretty
All right,
much.
Then so be
That's
it."
literally kind of what it was. So that's
Let
why
it be.
we struggled. We're like, okay, when was the officialness? And we both like, I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
So
We'll see. Like,
that's why we used that first day that we met, because literally ever since then, like we've been together like pretty much every day. So that's where we're just like, well, June. I think it's June 24th. At this point, I'm like, it's June 20 something.
Well, see, for me, and that's why when Dawon was like, you know, I had to sit back and see if I had rose-colored glasses because we could drip. I was like, bitch, no, the fuck, I don't. I'm like, so we need to have a conversation. We need to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Like, and Fizz would tell you, he's still talking about this almost 10 years later. He was the first one to say, I love you. And I was like, and what does that mean to you? Was my response.
See, Raphael said
funny.
that he loved me literally as I was getting on the plane the first time we met. And that was 2 days after we met together.
And Corey was the
And then
one
I
that
said it
said, I
back.
love you first.
And I
too.
said it
Damn,
right
is
back.
that something about all three of us?
And I was just like,
that means they know what's up.
you
That's
know
what
what's,
that
Hey,
you
means.
know
man.
what's, you know,
Hey, man.
But I think
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
I do think also, you know, like this is more than a glimmer of hope. This is like a beacon to anybody that's listening that may be struggling with like, I don't know if this is ever going to happen for me. You know, this is something I really want in my life. You know, I really want to have, you know, some kind of a, you know, a relationship that feels and sounds and express in this kind of way. And I think it definitely gives hope that that is possible. You know, it's not just, I think a lot of gays, particularly because we've become, as a community, have become so open and accepting of different kinds of relationship statuses and different kind of situationships and, you know, all these kind of things that, you know, for the people who, you know, really desire, you know, a certain kind of connection, whether it's a traditional relationship, whether it's poly, whether it's, you know, undescribed, undefined at this moment, and are frustrated in a sense that they don't see their own representation out there. I think things like this, you know, not that our relationships have to be a model.
Oh, I was
anything.
going to say.
Because
we hanging on by a thread some days too. Shit. I was about to say, don't look over here.
Quite a few times I looked at that door like, what's on the other side? It's giving Narnia, bitch. Let's go through the closet. Go through the wardrobe, bitch.
Yeah.
It ain't fairy tale land. I can tell you that.
But I think what
It's good, but it ain't fairy tale.
Yeah, what we've been able to do through this medium of a podcast is, especially for people that have been listening for, you know, for a minute, they've been able to hear, you know, the trials, the tribulations, the struggles, the triumphs, the, you know, the overcomings, all those things that happen in the context of our lives, because we've been so really vulnerable, you know, about, you know, those details. And I think it's really great that people have the opportunity to see that there's, you know, that there is something out there, and whatever it is that you feel like you want to, you know, work towards, it's possible. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Can I ask you a question?
And on that note too, quickly, on July 29th, community, we had Lamont on a few weeks ago. Jerrell and I are going to be on his show, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to be on his show on July 29th on his Wednesday show on YouTube. So look out for that. I'm sure we'll probably post something out there at some point. But just to kind of further these relationship conversations and things like that. So, it'll be interesting. But yeah.
I was going to say, speaking of relationships, I got a question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we all happy with our partners. But what if your partner end up going to like that UFC Trump thing? Would you be upset about your partner? Would you leave them? Because if we're talking about a certain person, and I don't want to, you know, put Queen's name in it because it's not about her.
But I don't even.
Her husband.
Whose husband went?
Miss returning back to tennis husband was at that UFC fight at the White House.
I did not hear that.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. I did not know that.
Baby. So my question is, as we know, relationships, marriages are work.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I got some questions, concerns. One person did say this though. One person did say this though, that don't forget that both the sisters signed a deal with Elon Musk to do their web series on X last year. So it's not like they're not above, for their podcast. So it's not like they're not above making, financial type of decisions towards, XYZ. But where we are now.
And I almost feel like the Elon Musk thing and going to the fucking UFC thing is like two separate things.
Correct.
Because like you ain't getting no coin. At least from what I know, he ain't getting no damn coin from no damn UFC showing up there. So why you socializing why would you even want to go to that? Like that's the weird thing. Like
the thing of it, first of all, like I saw this video earlier today about that, and I totally agree with the guy. That shit is lame as fuck.
That's what I'm thinking.
You literally got people hog tying, wrestling, big truck jumping on the front lawn of the fucking White House.
Refrigerator.
That
like
literally
they can't say shit about us. That's the most ghetto thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's just whack. Period. Like anybody that's really genuinely like. No shade to the athletes and the
all
people
shade.
that
all shade. Because motherfucker got Michelle Obama fucked all the way
all
up.
Shade.
But we're not
all
giving
shade,
him
all tea, all fists, all the above. Hands, all of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be diplomatic over here.
Right, for once. And I'm the one saying all hands. No, not today.
Okay, all shade. So we can just be real.
Yeah.
Fuck all them. Like fuck the ground that they've been stepping on. Fuck the hotels that put them in there. Fuck the Ticketmaster, whoever the fuck did their tickets and all that kind of bullshit. Because that is the wackest thing.
Makeup
it is the wackest
everybody.
thing. I can't even think of a worst kind of an event. No, I can.
This is right there in the same
for me. And don't say it out loud because they'll be like, "Oh, so there's more we can do."
There's more than we can do, right?
Don't give them no
ideas.
Yeah, don't give them no idea.
I did not hear that. That's crazy to me. Hey, Corey would. The only way Corey would go is he would be that crazy that ends up on TV saying "fuck all y'all." Like he'd be in there tearing that shit down. But like, yeah, that's my husband. He said to fuck all y'all. Yeah. That's the only way he would have shown up to that event. But if he had though, like.
Well,
I mean, I don't think it's like an instant like divorce, but does he need to know why?
Does he go and he doesn't tell you, and then you just find out after the fact, or he tells you that he's going? He's like, "What you gonna do?"
I would just
those are two different scenarios.
It's just like what, why? And it's so far, like in my brain, it's so far gone to what he would do because then none of that is like he's not interested in no damn sports like that. He ain't interested in old boy like that. So in my brain, I'm like, how can I fathom this?
You're like,
I'm like, how do you get so there? Opposite of what he would do. But I don't know if I would. If he had told me and said he got an invitation and he decided to go, I would probably just ask, what's the reasoning? Like, why? What's the appeal? Are you gaining something out of this? And what are you gaining? What's the long-term look of this and the optics of it for you and all that stuff? I would probably have a conversation because it would probably be a shock for me. But like, okay, that seems not of character. So what is it? Like, what is we doing?
Kerel is concerned at this point.
Exactly. What is we doing?
It's less about what he did and it's more about, are you okay?
Exactly. It's like, what's going on? Yeah, and just knowing the folks there, it would be tough. I don't think it'd be an instant divorce, but I would just be like, okay, what? That's completely against who I am as a human being. Like, not even like morally first, like just me being black and queer. Then we get to the morals and the ethics of all the above, So it's just like,
and then there's the optics,
right? So it's just like it would be very, very that's a tough.
I'm
and
torn on this as well.
More than what they said. there too.
That got me as well. Like for him to say that about Michelle Obama, and then for you to be married to a black woman, one of the greatest athletes of all time, who is also a black woman, and to go to an event where they disrespect another
You got two black
iconic black
daughters.
woman, and you got two black, like you should feel
How do
ashamed.
you- how do
Like
you
you
sleep
should
with- how do
honestly
you sleep at
feel
night?
ashamed of
Yeah.
yourself.
Like, damn, I don't got myself
Like,
caught up in this.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's a
I didn't even
disrespect.
have to.
It's disrespectful to your family. Like
Yeah.
wholeheartedly, and you can't compartmentalize this at all. You can't say for business, no, because
And you
at the end
can't
of the day,
feign
your
ignorance.
business.
You
But the
can't feign
business won't
ignorance in
ever.
this.
The business won't make them less black. They will always be
Right.
black. So if you're making decisions based off of your business, you're saying that money means more than the color of their skin and who the world's
that
going
money
to view them as.
trumps black.
Literally. Exactly. And I couldn't. If Fizz did some shit like this, yes, I'd be concerned, but it would be divorce. It would be divorce. And I also would have to make sure I would stand 10 toes down. We have been on this podcast and we've talked about white women and straight allies being like, what's your voting records? Like y'all out here dating these MAGA men, but y'all talking about being in the bars, but y'all got these racist, homophobic ass partners. That shit has to go both ways. Like I can't say that shit out of my mouth and then out my ass say something completely different. I mean, I can, but I'm gonna look like a boo boo with the food, and that's not how I roll. Right. You know. So
Do you think there's a world? Do you think there's a world where there can be room for some level of I'm dipping my toe in this particular water for XYZ reason that might not necessarily be in support of MAGA, but maybe for some other reason?
Republican, yes.
Some people
MAGA,
are doing that for
no.
sure. Exactly. And when there's that many MAGA in the room, if it look like MAGA, smell like MAGA, bitch, it's MAGA hoe. So like, that's a tough. Like, I just don't get, because just seemingly the history of him, he's been able to make sound decision of like, okay, that's a boundary I'm not going to cross, even though I probably could cross it, benefit well for my family, blah blah blah, and keep it pushing. Nobody's going to really question it. It gets a little blurry, and I'm trying to decipher in my brain too. Is just like, if they hadn't made that stupid ass, ignorant ass, dumb ass statement about Michelle Obama, would it be as visceral of a reaction for me right now? Mm-hmm. And I think it might not have been, and I'd be like, okay, that's a dumb decision. Why are you there? But okay, whatever. But now that that's so public and that's what you're surrounded with, it's changing the narrative, and you didn't have to put yourself in that situation. And so that's why I'm kind of struggling in my head.
I'm going to stir the pot real fucking bad right now. And this is just me. Now I'm being crazy. I'm so sorry. I'm being crazy and messy. I mean, it's giving unhappy home, because maybe that's why she came out of retirement.
Oh gosh, see, I wouldn't go that far. I'm thinking she came out of retirement because I think Venus might retire at Wimbledon, and they always wanted to retire together. That's my thought about them going to Wimbledon.
That would be cute. But I like the mess.
This Care Bear over here.
I like the mess.
Right. Care Bear stare.
Right. It's like, get my belly all out.
But like, this reminds, and the reason I asked that is because, there was another big thing that's been going around, which is, around Jay-Z and, his partnership with Target. And so
that one doesn't. That one,
so
yes,
so
maybe a little
again,
ill.
It just goes to the question of, to what degree do we hold these individuals, these high profile individuals, accountable for all the decisions that they make, where we may or may not have full disclosure or access to kind of like the whys behind these things that are happening. It makes me wonder. On the surface,
and I think it's a good thing to have a moment of pause. Like, it's just like we should hold maybe everyone a moment of pause, because I'm sure there's and it's probably nowhere to this extreme, but it's just like, I'm sure there's moments in my life people have looked at Kerel and like, okay, maybe a moment of pause, and hopefully I've grown from it, but it's never been to this extreme. You ain't gonna see me at no damn MAGA event and shit like that. So I'm trying not to compare myself to that shit, but it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know for a lot of people, there's just a hard line, and that things that are against what we are trying to do, and just on principle alone, I'm not messing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why a lot of us, don't talk to family members anymore. Don't mess with friends that used to be in our, that we used to be close with, that, we don't allow access to our lives in a way to people and things that actively are working, whether they know it or not, or realize it or not, are actively working to destroy the things, the freedoms and the experiences that we hold dear. And so, but then on the flip side, it's like, oh gosh, but where is it a hard line?
No, that's what I think. Like, I've always lived in the gray. I've always realized it isn't. That line can shift and wiggle and right, wrong, or indifferent, quite frankly. It's just
to
like
the window to the wall.
Yeah, but that's a tough one. I did not hear this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially when your wife is making this comeback. Why is your ass not over there? That's the real question. Why your ass over here?
Who got the kids? Who watching the kids? I got some questions.
Right.
Don't let us find out the kids were there too.
Right. I guess Orsi must got them.
They over there in the bouncy house on the White House lawn, next to the corn dog stands.
Seriously, it literally can't say shit about black. Well, they're going to because they're obsessed with us. But that's the most ghetto thing I have ever seen in my life. To have that
crazy
event on the White House lawn. Are you fucking
decade later to be having this Michelle Obama man conversation as well too? It's crazy.
Obsessed.
Obsessed.
I
mean, what the fuck?
Remember when I said a few weeks ago that the greatest thing we could do is have joy because it makes them so mad?
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah.
Look at it. They can't stand that she's thriving and having an incredible life, and that she's tapping into joy and doing what she wants. It irritates them so fucking bad.
That painting of them
fucking
today,
gorgeous.
It was, baby, that was
fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Ugh. I was like,
and it has all the history in it, like the way she oh my
like the details in the background and shit like that. It was
fire.
Bravo.
So it makes them mad. So continue to be joyful. Continue to live your life because they can't stand it. They can't stand it. They can't possibly fathom that someone can still be happy despite all the bullshit that they throw.
And what I love
terrorizes them.
What I love is how the black community has, by and large, said, I don't give a fuck what y'all do.
I don't give a damn.
Y'all do it. Go have fun with your potato chips and Bud Light. Go enjoy. We're gonna be over here living life, despite all the shit. Despite all the shit that y'all got going on over there. I love that because when you talk to other black people, when you talk to other black people, we don't give a damn.
Because it's on par.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when your
surprise!
Jokes are right. Ooh. Got me, girl.
So unbothered.
Well, speaking of black excellence, Kerel, you finally watched Scary Movie.
I did go see Scary Movie. Since y'all was giving me shit last week. I ain't go, but finally I went.
Yes.
And it's funny. I was sitting there. I was so sleepy. I was so sleepy that day.
How you're going to start this
And
conversation?
bitch, I found myself dozing off at parts. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. It was funny.
In other words, it
was
watched
cute.
you. It
Maybe
watched
at
you.
points. And I'm so mad. Like, I gotta go watch it again because I know the parts that I fell asleep. And it's my favorite character, the one with the small hand.
Oh yes,
That scene came on. And I remember in my mind thinking, "Oh, okay." I was waiting for him to pop up, and I was like, so I do not remember that part of the movie at all.
Oh my God.
All. So I was laughing
too
at myself,
funny.
but I got up. I was like, well, I saw it, kind of.
See, we should have, Jerrell, you and I should have had that conversation.
No, there was still stuff. There was stuff I wrote down.
We're not twisting your arm, girl. No, you can leave. You can leave that.
I was so sleepy. I don't know why I was so I went after the gym. I was just so tired and sleepy that day. But I did write down some funny shit that was funny to me that I did see. I like to play on Bonita. I like to play on how,
Benedict,
you know.
yes, and
I love
as
that.
a nurse, yeah.
And we just need more Kim Wayans in our life, quite frankly. We just need
Facts.
more Kim fucking Wayans in
Facts.
our life. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
She didn't hear it from me.
Right. They had a spread cheeks, not COVID sign in the yard. That was funny to me. Let's see. They had the lotion that said Jerkins. That was funny to me. The Jermaine scene was fucking hilarious with Keenan.
Took the whole
Babe.
theater out. I mean, when that
was
happened, we were long for the ride. And we're like, oh, okay, this is feeling kind of stale. And then at the end, where it turned out it wasn't about Michael, it was about Jermaine, baby. So first of all, I'm in Harlem. I'm at the Harlem Magic Johnson Theater. Okay, so ain't nothing but black people around me.
Yes.
And baby, there was popcorn flying up out of the seats. People were slapping each other. It just took everybody by. Nobody saw it coming. And I feel like
because I was like, damn, they did this with the quickness. I was like, the Michael movie just came out.
Thought the same thing. I was like, oh, they were making edits literally this year, which they did because even with Tiana Taylor, they were like, yeah, they were like, you didn't get the Oscar. She's like, but I got that. I got the Golden Globe. Bam.
Yeah.
You know? It was so funny. One scene that got me was the Final Destination scene when they were at the fucking amusement park.
Yeah.
Bitch, and all the rides were starting to fuck up.
Yeah.
Bitch, I was sitting there like, ain't this some shit? Girl.
I love the shade. I love the shade with the John Wick series, and they called out Cinderella, and they're like, ain't nobody see that shit.
Oh, ballerina.
Yeah,
no, ain't nobody see that.
Ain't nobody see that shit. It was just to me. This was, you know, and I'm sure by now a lot of people have seen a lot of the reviews and all that kind of stuff. To me, this was classic Wayans comedy.
Yeah,
but it was done. But you can tell it was done with a budget. And you can tell that it was done with the time that they need because the acting never felt crunchy or rushed. It felt really like the characters, although it was very sketch comedy-ish, and it felt like every 6 minutes it was going to a new sketch. Yeah. So I felt like the pace of the movie was really spot on. There was a couple things that I could have did without, like the whole Dewey, you know, Dewey. I was like, I could deal without that. But beyond that, like it really gave you a sense of like, okay, this is what maturity in that family has looked like, how they have evolved in their storytelling, but it still felt very much like them. It felt like you were literally watching a whole episode of In Living Color, but it was just 2.5 hours. Like
I really appreciate the ending of the movie as well, and the shade to them being like, "Oh, but you did 3, 4, and 5," you know, and even going to Shaquille O'Neal and been like, "You didn't have to do this shit either," you know, like that. I think that was just done so well
because I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming either.
I didn't see that one coming.
See it coming. I was like, okay, they're playing right into the typical, you know, scary movie, Scream, you know, and I was like, okay, so we played it, and they gave us a twist, and I was like, what? Okay,
I was like, this is funny.
Sense. You know,
they gave us
like,
ass at the end too. I was like, okay,
look that part.
Okay. They said, fuck these new kids. They said, this is our franchise, bitch. You know,
these hairless chinchillas walking away. I was like, what in the world?
Like, was it the best movie on earth? No. But you don't go into watch a scary movie for the best movie on earth. You go in it for the cheesiness of it, the Wayans comedy, and things like that. Did it deliver
what it needed to deliver as
for the most part.
A Wayans movie, what you expect a Wayans movie to deliver? Yeah. In my opinion, absolutely.
And also, I will say this, I would agree, and especially in where we are now with how movies are done. Yes. Like, you can tell they did as much as they could Wayne style without being canceled. Yeah. Right? Yes, 1,000%. And you can see that I was like, they could have taken that joke and went just a little bit further. There were a couple moments where I was just like, damn, y'all could have. But I understood. I was like, 1,000%. This is one of those things where like we need them back and we need this out in the masses, and that needs to be the first thing. And I think they understood, and especially because they gave us the little white chicks kind of moment in there as well too. Yeah. They were playing chess. They gave what needs to be given so that way they can have other projects that come out the pipeline, which I'm hoping this starts.
What this movie proved to me was, given the amount of time that has elapsed between their last really big movie.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of other projects that have come in, but like their last really big movie, this gives me so much hope for what they can do beyond this. Like when it's not tied to an existing franchise. Like, yes, everybody's looking forward to, to White Chicks 2, and I'm in that camp as well. But what I'm so excited about is the potential that this will greenlight other projects that they've been milling on and really finessing for all these years. And that will be completely different kinds of concepts.
Yeah, I'm glad they got their franchise back.
Yeah.
And that the box office numbers will give them more opportunities in the future. It didn't bomb. Like, it's the most successful of the franchise opening,
in its opening weekend. 100
so it's
million.
just like, so I'm glad that to just see them, especially like Damon Wayans Jr. fine ass. That man fine as shit to me.
Yes.
That man fine as shit to me.
Yeah.
Woo! So I'm happy for them, and even like the moments that you knew were probably going to be in it, just because they always play on like the big pop culture moments too, like the "I ain't gay no more." That actually hit. Like, it could have been one that could have flopped. It actually made me laugh out loud. So I was like, okay, I knew this was probably coming, but that shit was still funny. So
the gaybies twerking in the church pews at the end.
I was here for it. Took
me out.
Yeah.
Took me all the way out.
And the other thing I would say too, Regina Hall killed.
She always kills.
And here's the other thing too, like, I don't feel like in this movie she had as big as parts as she had in previous scary movies.
Yeah,
but the moments that she had, delivered.
She's a scene stiller.
She really is.
Her comedic timing is like impeccable.
Yeah.
Like,
even outside of the franchise, whenever she does, like, if she hosts like an awards, I always look forward to it, because just something about her, she's just so likable and relatable, and the way that she has a wink nudge in her voice about everything that she talks about or whatever, it's very
she's
cool.
good.
Yeah, very cool.
So shout out to the Wayans. Glad you're back.
Yeah,
sorry for falling asleep.
I'll see
it when it comes back home.
The coins still count.
Amen.
That's what matters. The coins still count. So,
and it was one of those things. Like, the second I sat down, I was like, "Uh-oh." Because sometimes you're just tired. You're just like, "Uh-oh." Yeah. Damn. I was like, I'm sleepy as shit. At this matinee, given that, I was like, it's only 2:30, Kerel. Damn. That's not growth. That's just old. Before we get out of here, are y'all watching like a lot of the World Cup stuff too?
Baby, let me tell you, I'm in it for the fine men. There are some beautiful, men in this goddamn tournament. Bitch, I was watching fucking New Zealand and Iran yesterday.
Ooh. I didn't see that one. Girl. That sounds like a good matchup. That sounds like a good one.
On both teams. It was given to
that. Because I like Arab. I married one.
Baby. There was one of them had these beautiful blue eyes. I said, bitch, how you get those?
It's how you do that. Well, you know how they did that, colonization, but
yeah, true.
That's for another episode, y'all know.
But still fine. But absolutely still fucking fine.
Shout out to the Congolese team with them outfits. I want that bag. I want that leopard bag with the quickness. The quickness. Give me that.
They've been showing out. And I've also been loving watching social media, like people who've never been to America before, like experiencing. Baby, I have been living. I just watched this video of this black woman being like, the Germans in Louisiana are tearing them asses.
You saw the one where the girl was dancing?
Yeah, the girl, she was like,
And the comments were everything. Because, here's the thing about black folk. Even if someone might be taking the air out the room, if they are spreading joy, we are with it.
It's going to hype it up.
Exactly.
1,000%.
And so the comments were everything, because they're saying, y'all just don't know. Them Germans be at raves all night. She just getting started. I was like, you right. I was like, yes.
Yeah, people have been going to
right now.
Like different gas stations and like
Walmart.
Like, we got Four Locos, but damn, our Four Locos ain't this big. You're like, we Four Locos deep. This is the pregame for the game.
Like, Four Locos deep. Damn.
Baby. One person was talking about how like they had a it was raining in Louisiana or something like that, and it was like an hour to their hotel, and like somebody was just, hey, y'all here for the World Cup? I'll drive you, and they just drove them to the hotel. And was just like,
okay,
there you go.
So we know how to act when we got company.
Yes,
but the moment people leave,
back to your regularly scheduled program.
Right, back to the White House lawn.
Right.
Yeah, no, the content is incredible. Like my cousin, that lives in Atlanta, she works for like the city, and she's been doing a lot about the FIFA stuff. And so just in our family thread, she's giving us just like, I'm going crazy. Like she's just super busy, but it's cool to kind of get the inside just perspective of it. And for the most part, she's like, hey, yeah, this is incredible. She's like, it's a zoo down here, but it's just cool to kind of just see folks on one accord for a hot second. You know, it's especially nowadays, it gets harder and harder to feel that the world is on one accord.
The Australians going to be here in a couple of days because, you know, that's where the U.S. is playing here in Seattle.
Really?
Girl, I'm about to be outside all weekend.
Aussie, ho, ho.
Baby. Okay? And I took off Friday because it's Juneteenth.
Right.
So...
You're going to be on these streets. She said, I'm outside. She said, 20s, 50s, 100 cash. Going that color, y'all, man. Spend that shit. Spend that shit.
I can't wait. It's supposed to be a time. And then I'm in Spain for 2 of the World Cup games. You know, Spain is like one of the top 2 teams predicted to win, and they go crazy.
They be
and with the time
soccer
difference, too, it'll be like 1 a.m., like club and bar time in Spain while they're playing. So it's about to maybe. I don't give a damn about no damn soccer.
I was about to say, you ain't going to be running no 10-9.
Oh, wait, I didn't tell y'all. So this old man told me last Friday I'm going to get dusted. He's like, so what's your times? I was like, you know, I'm running like a 10-9 and, you know, I'm running like a 23 something. And he was just like, oh, that's cute. And I was like,
oh, damn.
I was like, damn. He was like, you are in the competitive age bracket where people are still actively competing in track, or they're coming out of the tail end of their career, trying and of their career and stuff like that. Their career, so he was like, so you about to be running against the people? I said, oh, so what you telling me is let me get my ass off this track and I'll just give what I got and that's about it. Cool. Say less. Say less.
She jogging now.
She's like, right.
Bitch, she like, let me put my AirPods in.
No, bitch, I dusted off that Peloton. That's what I did.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I'm gonna be riding.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Damn.
And this man was like 60-something years old, pushing 70. Old gay man. And it was so funny because he was hitting on me at first. So he was like, damn, them shoes are sexy. And I was like, ooh, thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you. I was like, okay. Him with his little London accent. I was like, these little European men know how to find me of all ages. They know how to find me.
Hey, there we go.
They know how to find me.
And you said, and I like to be found.
I do. I'll call it a free eye exam.
Amen.
You know.
That's funny. I should have brought this. I don't want to end on a. We've been paying attention to the Carmelo Anthony case. It's bullshit. We'll leave it there. We didn't want to maybe end on like a down note there, but y'all know it's bullshit. But anyway, shout out to Serena and Venus. It's gonna be excited to see them at Wimbledon. Hopefully it's not the retirement, but I feel like it just might be the moment where they want to go out together. And that was the way to do so.
Well, shout out to Miles, because Miles literally said this shit back in February when we had him on the podcast.
True.
He was like, I see in the world where, you know, they come back and they get a wild card for Wimbledon. And, you know, our homie, he know his stuff.
He know his stuff.
Yes.
So we'll see. And we'll have Miles here in a few weeks again for a wrap up of Wimbledon and Roland Garros. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna save Ask Your Aunties for next week, so we have a good one for that. But so we might as well hop on out of here. Anything else on your hearts and minds before we get out of here?
Nah, I'm good. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
I know, and it's the last week of Pride, so still be out there showing your titties if you want to, and being proud of who you are. Nah. Oh, that now. Oh, that was funny too. When
yeah.
Sean was like, he's like, hold it. I was like, oh my god.
That was crazy.
That
was wild.
Crazy.
That was wild.
Ow.
Dion Cole as the preacher. And his
Yeah.
reactions.
Let go.
That was good. Community, stay safe out there. Wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. See you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.